Hi everybody, old guy here, and the book we're doing today is this one, Moonstruck by Edward Lerner. I'm trying to get this focused on here, and look at this, pretty cheesy cover. You've got well-dressed white people with looks of concern on their faces, and one of them's actually armed, running away from something that, appears kind of untoward in the background. So, yeah, First Contact novel is essentially what it is. And, the aliens have got advanced tech and, say hi. Okay. And they're weird looking and they, like snakes. And they want us to join their galactic federation of love and humbuggery, and are willing to take our application for it, if we humans can prove ourselves worthy. Ah, very nice. Chaser. So, immediately you go, yeah, I've seen this movie. But in this case, no, you haven't. Not at all. This is a book you could easily dismiss as been there and done that, a regurgitation of tried and true sci-fi tropes, and no, it ain't. It's a very different... Hold on. Alright. You settled in now? Okay, good. It's a very different First Contact novel than ones that you've read before. And I am tipping the hat to Lerner because you really don't know that until about 1/3 of the way in. Which I guess a lot of people will say is just far too long in a novel before things change. I mean, we want everything right up front and right now. Yeah, like reading as a screenplay or something. So then what is there about the first third of this novel that should keep a reader's attention long enough to stumble into the clever and rather well-hidden motivations of our visitors, and thereby completely changing the direction of the novel? Well, really nothing. Other than a basic love of reading and the genre and a well-turned phrase, which isn't, that what we people who claim to be readers find attractive about reading. Because I tell you, as a veteran reader, you're going to lay into this and convince yourself, nothing special, nothing new, and then you're going to get ambushed, and you will be happy. Kyle Gustafson, Kyle, science advisor to the president, is at Cape Canaveral observing a shuttle launch alongside his pal Sergei Abatov, science advisor to the president of Russia. What? When the shuttle explodes halfway into orbit. Now, I would immediately cast a gimlet eye at the Russian, but no, that's not it. At about the same time, all the television networks in the world are suddenly taken over by an announcement from space advising interstellar visitors will land in 2 days for a parlay. Earth laboratories locate the source of the network signals, a gigantic alien mothership orbiting the moon, and then a craft lands at Reagan Airport and the aliens emerge. They look like ostrich centaurs of some kind and seem quite affable, offering the world an opportunity to join the Galactic Federation, which is teeming with all kinds of advanced alien civilizations, some of them so alien a human can't even comprehend their form, much less their culture. The Fthik, careful how you pronounce that, FTHK, F''THK, are tripping all over themselves to help us with the application. Kyle, as science advisor, is in the middle of all this and does what any science advisor would do in attempting to verify the story, but things don't add up. The Fthik aren't all that forthcoming about basic things like what they eat, and supposed toxins they've been exposed to don't show up on scans. Also, that mothership is in a rather odd orbit. Kyle recruits a team of other somewhat skeptical people, including Darlene Lyons, a State Department official with her own set of doubts, and yes, of course, she will become the romantic interest. But not yet. First, them Fthik have some splaining to do, but they don't. And Kyle and his team are looking like a bunch of spoil sports who refuse to accept that the Emperor is wearing beautiful clothes. And then things get odd. So yes, this is one of those first contact novels where the aliens have ulterior motives. But this particular group has some rather odd motives, and no, it has nothing to do with terraforming us or to serve man. It's just different. And sorry to disappoint all you people who believe aliens will be noble sophisticates. These guys aren't. They're a bunch of jackasses. With one or two exceptions. And I like that you don't get to it until everything else has been set up and is running along the lines that you expect. That's good plotting. A defiance of that everything in the first 5 pages MFA-driven nonsense. It's hard to find a novel these days that hasn't become formulaic, but it's especially delightful to pick up a novel that seems formulaic and isn't. Nice work. Heck, you don't even get to understand the title of the book until it's almost completely over. Good on you, Mr. Learner. By the way, I got... where is it? His autograph. See, I was at the Science Fiction and Fantasy Writers Association conference. I just sort of invite myself to it, and they feel sorry for me, so they let me walk around. And you got people like Alastair Reynolds and Nancy Kress just sitting around eating cheese sandwiches. So you go, you buy their books, you get signatures. Old guy here. See you later. So I went to the library the other day, the actual physical library, which, I haven't done in a while because, being a sophisticated bon vivant around town, I generally use my online library, but I was looking for a book that they only had as audiobook, and an audiobook is, listening to the radio, it's not reading. So I went to find this one. And while I was there finding that one, I found this one and went, my goodness, what else is there? And look, I found a couple of more Ann Leckies. Oh my goodness. A David Eddings, which, I've never read David Eddings. I figure it's time I should. And the follow-up to Guy Gavriel Kay's Under Heaven. I think I need to go back to the library more often. See you guys later.